Hello again, we're doing more of this. We're gonna finish it up. Dude, I despise this place. I despise this country. I despise this culture. America is just evil. The amount of like people who are suffering just cause. It's like, I was at community service today, right? Now, I can give you context to that in its own. I said before I'd tell you later, and by later I don't mean later in the video, nor do I mean any of these upcoming videos. I meant just later, whenever I get around to it, if that's something people are interested in. But out of like 10, 12 people there, 2 of them were like, didn't smoke cigarettes. Now you think that they do that because they enjoy it, or is it sort of like, they grew up alongside it, they kind of just, that was normalized in their life? These people are just, they're getting demolished, right? And a lot of these people, like, the point is to waste their time. I could ramble all day about that, but that it really is, no, it doesn't pertain to this, whatever this is that I'm doing right here. What was the video I was watching? Damn, hold on, let me see if I can find it. Nah, man, it sucks.
Domino's order carry out online.
Need delivery? Pizzas come fast. Knock knock, who's there? Pizza magic.
Seeing a bunch of homeless people all drugged up, all ask for food and such, and surrounded by a bunch of disgusting primates that blame them for it. It's like, Americans are so goddamn deluded and just mindless, like just in general, right? Because it's part of the culture, it's part of the design. People here are supposed to be dumb, so that you can exploit them and siphon their life from them so you can passively benefit, monetarily speaking. It's a great demographic to exploit, right? But in terms of like ethics and decency, like this place is a trash heap. And if you like this place, then you're either just stupid or ignorant. Or like it just benefits you, right? That's probably the only thing you care about. So you're either stupid, ignorant, or just a bad person. So,
Thank you, man.
it's like Harvey Weinstein. All the actors, right, afterwards they call him, oh, it's bad. And once we came to a consensus on how bad this person was, even though we knew about it for however long, it's just this guy would benefit our existence, so that's what they care more about. Humans don't have conviction for the overwhelming most part. This has nothing to, I'm just, I'm gonna say whatever the hell I want. Oh, and in the previous video I kind of said something. I don't rescind it, I'll just provide more clarification. I probably already did provide clarification. I was talking about, you know, parents having kids and nobody really knows why they have kids. For the overwhelming most part, they kind of just do it because they feel like they're supposed to, kind of like with everything in life, right? Apply the logic of, you know, think about something before you do it, and then think about how you're going to do it before you actually, like, think about everything before you do something, especially something like that. But yes, no, that is 100% true. And I guess to re-clarify, people do it because they feel like they're supposed to. And some people, they go into it, they find out that they enjoy it. Others, they find out they hate it. Now, granted, that has no bearing on the quality of them being a parent, right? Most people don't want to be a parent, they want to just have kids. And then, because that means whatever the hell to them. Oh, right, yes, it was pertaining to this guy, which I went in on him, this guy. I don't know, he's just greasy. It's hard for me to, you're saying a bunch of stuff that I hear everywhere else, and it's kind of just getting sick and tired of everyone, you know, spewing nonsense over each other and then just like absorbing it and manifesting that as their identity and then just regurgitating that onto other people. It's just how bad ideas replicate themselves. But I mean, in order to come to terms with this stuff, you kind of just gotta accept, because none of it matters, right? People are gonna do over all the stupid, mindless bullshit that they do in order to make themselves feel as if their lives hold like intrinsic meaning and value, which it doesn't. Nobody's life does. Like, it's crazy. Objectively speaking, no one's life means anything and it's all meaningless, yet like we want to act as if the way that we've defined the world is the way that things should be, right? Everything's where it should be. Act in accordance to that. Your value is based on how much you can provide for the people around you, which that's not true. It's perceived value. You have to sell people the idea that you're valuable, and then people are going to just reinforce that. How do you do that? Make that dough, baby. Remember, it's the only thing that matters to humans. And if you disagree with me, feel free to just be homeless and see if you can live a good life that way, you know. Literally, I was out picking up trash. Community service, some lady picking food out of the goddamn garbage. Hey, do you have any money? The fact that this person needs to even ask me that, despite us all living in a modern civilized, quote unquote, society, not the civilized is quote, the society is, I mean, if you can even call it that. It barely even operates. It barely functions well, right? It's mainly just sitting around in a car doing nothing, waiting until somebody tells us to pick up trash for like 25 minutes. It's a joke. In a country where there's overabundance, this person is being deprived of the very accessible resources that they're surrounded by, right? Just because they have no perceived value. So therefore, they don't deserve to live a happy life. According to Americans. Remember, that's how it works in this piece of shit country. And that's how a lot of the people are going to view it. Because they were told to. Because they're American. I mean, in this specific context, right? I say because they're American, right? Because that's just the values of what the country instilled into them. If you go anywhere else, you get the same crap. It's just different bullshit, different toilet. Go to the Middle East. Us Arabs are the strongest people in the world. Go over to America. Oh, us Americans are just the strongest people in the world. It's the same thing. You're all humans are mindless animals. So, and this is what we're gonna get into is a perfect reflection of that, right? It's all just stupid humans making money at each other's expense. That's just existence to humans. We built this world just so we can destroy each other and then passively benefit ourselves. God, it's human so evil, gross.
You claim to have traditional values, but you wouldn't take your husband's last name, which is a traditional value. You do OnlyFans, which is not traditional. Because my view is part of traditionality is modesty.
Here we go. They're talking about traditionality. And he's saying OnlyFans is not traditional, which... That's the thing about words. You can just make up whatever the hell you want and just say anything. So she could just say, yeah, I'm traditional and believe in OnlyFans. I mean, you all define these words your own specific way, and then you apply your nonsense onto each other. You want to think you're doing things right by, having these mindless traditional values that other people told you to believe in, despite all the crap that happens, despite that. Because you're doing this because you think it's right, yet when you look at all sorts of other people who are doing the same thing, they all get it wrong, right? And the same thing as all these guys, you all get it wrong. To her, everything she's doing is right because that's just the way that she defines it. They're the same. And I guarantee you none of their, what they say on this podcast probably rarely reflects how they conduct themselves as individuals within reality. If you were to watch, if you were to be some fly on the wall, right? Some omnipotent force just observing, guarantee the things these people say especially would not reflect what they do. And they just do stuff because they feel it. That's it. That's how it works with people. It's best just to just accept that this is how humans are, and this is what's a part of our species. Try to find ways to not let it get you down, and then find ways to get past the mindless nonsense other people are always trying to apply to you. So, I guess that's the best answer I think. It's a good answer, because that, it's about autonomy, personal self-accountability, yada yada. Which, you don't even need that. Just say things and you're fine. Nobody cares. So being a decent person really, it really doesn't matter. Just make people feel things, that's it. Those things don't even have to be positive. Just look at most relationships, right? You ever hear the bad boy trope? You ever hear how many times you hear a girl complaining about her ex or something because of how crappy of a person they were? And it's like, you chose that, idiot. That's on you. You put yourself into that, and because this person elicits intense feelings from you, that's all that matters. And that's the only thing you're going to use to judge. It has nothing to do with what this video is about. I'm just rambling.
Sure, I don't think I need to subscribe to the entire, package deal of traditionalism,
Sure.
but that doesn't mean I'm cherry picking it. It's what I think is most fulfilling and what I think is most conducive to success.
I said she defines it a certain way. Yeah, didn't I say? I think I already made this argument. It's like religion, right? You just pick and choose what conveniences you. What's even more convenient than that is just don't be religious. Don't inherit, assimilate and then regurgitate the stupid ass values your parents told you, to assimilate to because their parents did the same thing to them, because that's how bad ideas replicate themselves. You just impose it constantly. Go to the Middle East, women are wearing their burqas and stuff and they have no rights. Like a legitimate, proper patriarchy. Not to say America isn't. It's just America's culture is kind of separate from that, and it's kind of retaliated to the patriarchy. And that's why you get this nonsense. That's why you get idiots like this, right? Pick your poison, dude. Go wherever you go, you're gonna have to deal with mindless nonsense that people believe in. So
for me, I value the idea of getting married. That's why I'm waiting till marriage. I value dating to get married.
You're waiting for what until you get married? To have sex? But you're an OnlyFans. Okay, so isn't like the sacredness about saving yourself, like, does that not apply if you just like if you show everyone else what you look like? I mean, I don't know what your OnlyFans is like. I'm not going to go out of my way to find out to gain context. But if the title itself denotes anything, it's like nudity. It's lewd content, and sometimes it's porn. Are you just doing the lewd content? I mean, even if like either or, right? The question still stands. It's like, why, if you're treating it as if it's sacred and you want to going through a traditional lens, then why are you plastering yourself naked on the internet for money? Those things are intrinsically contradictory, don't you think? Right? The exclusiveness of the monogamy, the monogamous setup. Only reveal yourself to your loved one. I mean, I don't believe in any of that. I think whatever, poly, monogamous, not either or, you're gonna face some mindless bullshit. But through your views, granted, remember, like I said, you can just make up anything. Like, that's exactly what she's doing here. Oh, I'm traditional, but also I'm not traditional. It doesn't matter, dude. Do whatever you want. And I would say it's annoying when they say the opposite, but it's like, is it really different with anyone else? People just say things. They don't mean anything. They just make sounds with their gob hole, and they just spew, right? So that they can feel as if the things that they're spewing actually like mean something. But in the end, they're just words, sounds we make with our mouths. That's it.
So I'm saying I don't see.
Wait, you're waiting until marriage for what?
To fuck.
To have sex?
Yeah.
Why do I have to be right? Why am I right about these things? They're probably gonna address that next, right? Because that is stupid. What? Right, it's right. Not what, right? Sorry, I need to be a little bit smarter than that. I need to know what to anticipate. I want to be exclusive and wait until I fuck, or wait until marriage before I fuck. But actually, I'm just gonna show everyone what I look like before and do sexually explicit acts and sell it online. So what's the motivation behind? It's not the exclusivity? I don't know if I'm using that word right. Pull it up. I probably am. Exclusivity. I don't think it's because of that. Right? So then what's the reason why you're like, oh, I'm saving myself? It's not religious reasons. I mean, it could be religious reasons. You can make up anything. Most religious people haven't read their religious textbook that they were told to believe in, right? Instead, they just make up crap so they can feel it, right? That's just how it works. So that's probably this is exactly what she's doing. That's exactly what she's doing. Let's see in the future, because we know they're probably going to address that, right? I mean, the fact that Brian, right, he pointed it out. He's probably going to say something just as mindless and retaliation, right? Like a wrongful priority. I want to see. Can I predict that? Let's see. He's probably just going to point out how it's hypocritical. She's going to come up with some haphazard bullshit, rationalization. And then he's going to say something that's not very insightful as in retaliation to their mindless irrationalization. Maybe something like, a guy would probably never get with you because of that, which is not true. Come on. I love how you act as if people conduct themselves like they have standards when it comes to this crap. I mean, this very thing, like, it's a girl that's saying all this crap. If you were to get some guy to share their opinion, you just get some other, your average person doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. He's probably going to say something and be like, oh, this is how reality is going to affect you. But I think his observation is probably just going to be incorrect. Let's see. Let's look out for that.
You're waiting until marriage?
Yeah.
Why should that blow your mind? Because that's a traditional value.
No, that's fine.
Does that not
I think
make
she
her
said
modest,
something
though?
differently on a previous show. I think.
Yeah, that's like the most. If Farah was saving gold bars, it'd be less valuable than that in this day and age. So no, nothing but props from me.
Wait,
but you've previously answered that question differently. I guess my whole big thing is you got women who want equality societally.
Wait, she's answered that question differently before?
Modest Kikima donated
Yes.
200.
One of you, stop, you're all just spewing. Shut up, all of you. And then you also have that another $200! Is this the same guy? Oh my god. You guys, I have ADHD. And I learned how to do... I probably have it. I bet you if I go back and... There's a lot of points that I don't re-elaborate on, but I'm gonna try to hold on to this. What's his reaction to that? But let's read this. Girl 2, look at your health, lol. Yikes, girl 3, you need to... Alright, I don't want to... It's just mindless.
$100.
Skip.
Girl to look at your health lol.
Skip.
You need to remember you have ears.
I don't care about what your stupid audience has to. Now they're going to reply to that. They're not going to get to the point. Damn, I really hope they acknowledge it. How it's ironic for her. Or I want to see what their counter to her irony is.
Word?
Screw all of you. Word? I'm reacting to this thing? What? Would you mind sitting down, girl? I mean, you're the most like physically fit out of here, and you moving around is probably what contributes to that. But I want to just tell you to do stuff. Sit down, would you? Shut up, Brian.
I do agree that there has to be a father figure, but it does not have to be a biological father.
Okay, so they moved on. I think the stupid ass comment from their stupid ass audience redirected their attention. If they ever, I don't even think they'll ever get back to that. I guess we'll just have to. So what are they talking about now? I skipped because I didn't want to, because it halts the momentum of the show whenever one of the dumbass audience members shares their stupid opinion, shitting on these dumbass females, right? Like, don't get me wrong, these are stupid people, but so are the people on the other side of the table. You pedestalizing yourself as if like you have something to pedestalize. Also, you can rain diarrhea down on somebody you deem to be inferior. We're all worthless, all of us. You're not better than, like, we all die, we all react to stuff, we're all human. You think that because you look better or you have more money or more people know you, that makes you better? Yeah, according to the people around you, sure, but like, what does that matter? You got like 70, 80 years and then you stop existing and then people forget about you? Right? It didn't matter in the beginning. It doesn't matter before. It doesn't matter during, and it doesn't matter after. It's just during you feel like it matters. So you're just gonna flail around trying to like manifest that meaning within your tangible environment. That's why you paid $200 goddamn dollars to figure. I'm talking about all of them, not just the idiot who gave the money to them.
Wouldn't it be better though if it was?
It would be if the overall relationship was healthy and it did not affect psychological state of the parents, because that would be reflected on the child.
Going to you, so the guy should pay for the first bill. What about, would you take, I think I already asked you, excuse me if I did.
Okay, they moved on. I guess we're going back to the paying.
Would you take,
no, would you take your husband's last name?
Yeah.
I thought Brian or whoever was just gonna be like, oh, nobody would want to get with you. Especially if if they would think it's hypocritical and yada yada. But I'm glad they didn't go down that, because I don't want to continuously be proven right on how fucking stupid everyone is. So thank you, Brian, for not elaborating.
Okay, all right. I guess one of my issues with this whole your position is that you claim to believe in tradition, but it's rather traditional to take your husband's last name.
And I told you that's why it's not cherry picking. I'm saying
it is cherry picking. You don't call yourself traditional and then plaster yourself naked on the internet and then say that you're saving yourself. What do you think? What are you saving? I can get it for like $4. Oh, sorry, to actually like sleep with you. But I mean, the guy who's getting with you also has to I guess also, quantify that as saving as well. You showing your nude body to everyone. I mean, he's the one that gets the real deal, right? And he gets to interact with it, with the meat. Right. I guess he can just change the definition of what saving means. I wouldn't consider that saving. Just don't say that. Just do whatever you want. You are doing it, but you're trying to like apply integrity by defining it in accordance to how other people view what you should do. I like to act in accordance to traditional values. How about screw all of your traditional values? You're dumb. You believe in a bunch of crap other people told you. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. That's what you should be saying. Just accept and embrace. Stop trying to play within the frame other people are defining for you. Oh my God. Insecure. That's all of them. Christ. But out of all of them, the girl on the left and the girl on the right, so on both sides of the table, not the sex doll, but they seem the least insufferable.